Several months after King Obidike collapsed in the palace council hall, the village of Umueze remained in quiet uncertainty. The once powerful king was now barely conscious, unable to sit or speak clearly. Rumors of his decline spread like dry season fire, and with no sight of Prince Ibekwe, the kingdom stood leaderless. Then came the news that would shake the village. A powerful international oil company had discovered a large quantity of crude oil right at the boundary between Umueze and a neighboring village, Umokwe. Engineers and surveyors had quickly moved into the area, confirming its vast potential. Almost immediately meetings began between the company and the king of Umokwe, who boldly claimed that the entire land belonged to his village. The oil company, eager to begin operations, requested a meeting with both village rulers. But King Obidike could not attend. His condition had worsened. He had not opened his eyes for days. In his absence, several greedy individuals in Umueze began making their moves. Some tried to present themselves as regents. Others, backed by money from Umokwe's king, planned to testify falsely in court that the oil-rich land belonged to Umokwe. Even a few chiefs, once loyal to King Obidike, were now involved in this betrayal. Their silence was bought with bribes. But the company and the federal court made things clear. Only King Obidike, or a recognized regent, most preferably Prince Ibekwe, must appear at the final meeting. If not, the oil wells would be handed over to Umokwe. A binding agreement would be signed by the government, the company, and Umokwe village. The stakes were enormous. The oil company had already revealed its development plans. They promised roads, free scholarships for all levels of education, employment opportunities for the youth, new schools, electricity, health centers, monthly stipends for the king and elders, transformations the village of Umueze had never dreamed of. Now all of this was at risk. And there was only one person who could save it: Prince Ibekwe. His people remembered him, a strong, wise, and courageous man, one who had rejected tradition to love freely. The same prince who vanished with Amaka, the Osu girl, now held the fate of the entire village in his hands. The final meeting was just 2 months away. Everywhere across the region, villagers searched for him. Old women prayed under the moon. Children ran from village to village holding his carved wooden staff, showing it to strangers. Young men formed search parties. Even the very chiefs who once rejected him whispered his name with desperate hope. But Ibekwe remained missing. No one had seen him since he fled Obodo Ala again. No trail, no clue, nothing. The people were now faced with a hard truth. If Ibekwe was ever to return, he would demand the abolition of the Osu tradition. He had said it before: "I will never return unless the Osus are declared freeborns." And even if Ibekwe was found, would he still return? Or would he abandon the woman he risked everything for? Now that his village stood to gain so much, would love still matter in the face of power, riches, and prestige? The days ticked fast. Umus stood on the edge of greatness, or loss. Will the prince return? And at what cost? Watch out for part 4, the final part of this story, to find out how it all ends.